So here's an overview of the Solar.Web dashboard. So as you can see here, we've got our power flow. Here we've got our energy balance. Here we have our earnings. So that'll show you day, month, total earnings from your solar system. And also here we've got our CO2 savings by using electricity from solar and not from the grid. Here we're able to add an image of the installation. And here is the local weather forecast for the area. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's also a few links for the Solar.Web Android, iOS, tablet apps, etc., which can be helpful. So we'll delve a bit deeper into this information. So here we can see our live power flow. On the left here is our solar generation, and if we click on it, we can see a bit more detail. Here we can see our home consumption. If we click on it, we can see a bit more detail again. So we can see the own palette here is using about 2 kilowatts power. The heat pump on standby is using 52 watts, and the remaining is general consumption, which is all the other appliances, and that totals about 7.1 kilowatts. Here we can see what power is going to the grid, which is solar excess at the moment, or the power that's being drawn from the grid. The dots would be going the other way if it's being drawn from the grid. And here we can see how self-sufficient we are. So at the moment we're 100% self-sufficient because we're producing more solar power than power we're using in the house, hence the little bit going back to the grid. And this battery icon here, if there was a battery in the system, it would show the power going to charge the battery or the power being drawn from the battery for loads. So let's look at the energy balance. So here you'll see a balance between what you've exported to the grid and imported from the grid. So here you can see a total export and import from the grid. Let's click on it and delve into a bit more detail. There we go. So you can see our graph of the energy production and consumption today, and across the top is the key for what the different colours mean. So this blue line here is our energy consumption. The yellow and red areas are energy consumed that has directly been powered by solar. The grey areas here are exported solar energy. We'll have a look at another day. This is yesterday, it's quite wet. So this is the red line here. If you have an own palette, you'll also be able to see your hot water cylinder temperature throughout the day. And you can see it's risen throughout the day as we've used solar to power the hot water cylinder. It's the day before, quite a sunny day, not much load on, and you can see there's quite a lot of export, which is the grey area. Quite a good solar day, and quite a lot of solar power consumed in this day, not too much export. And you can also click consumption at the top here to view the graph in a bit of a different way. You can also view the data in a daily outlook. So if you hover over each day, it will tell you all the information for what happened that day. And you can also look at over the whole year at each month And again, hover over to see that information, and you can scroll back through last year to see each month's data. And as well as that, there is the total data you can look at as well. So from time to time, the system components may need their firmware updated. I'll show you how to do that. So on the home screen, go across to Settings, click Components, and then you'll get a view of all the Fronius components within your system. Scroll down and you'll be able to see which ones have an update available. To update, all you need to do is select the checkboxes, click Update, agree to the terms, and press Start Update. Once you click Start Update, you don't have to stay on this screen. You've just got to make sure the component still has power and is connected to the internet during the update. So you may want to share your solar data with other people that have a Fronius solar system. So you want to go to Settings, Permissions, and then if somebody does have their own Solar.Web login, click Add and add their email address. Put them as a guest, and that will pull your data onto their Solar.Web platform. Or you may want to just temporarily share your solar data, and you can do that by copying this link and sending it them in an email or a message, and they'll get access to your Solar.Web without being able to change any settings. Fronius Solar.Web gives us the option to look at some really detailed data from our system. To do that, you want to click Analysis, and the first thing you'll see is the live data of the inverters. You can see two there operating well. To delve down a bit deeper into the past data, click History in the top bar. You'll see your devices in the top list, and you want to select the devices that you'd like to view data for. Then you can select which data channels from the second drop-down box you'd like to view on the graph. There's plenty to choose from. So we can click the voltage here to see what the voltage is doing at the feeding point of your system. And you'll see here in the graph, it shows you the voltage fluctuations throughout the day, and also the PV production and the energy consumed directly that's been produced by solar. And you can click yesterday or any date that you'd like to view the data for. So here's the voltage and PV production for the previous day. And you can also see the month view, and just hover over each day to see the data in the left sidebar.